vocab, 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 vocabulary.
Inferior courts, the word inferior simply means below or beneath, so it's not surprising that the inferior courts are those that are beneath the Supreme Court. Jurisdiction, general meaning, an area of authority. Like in my classroom, I have a complete area of authority, whether you like it or not.
Mr. Brzezinski, can I please?
No, you may not. You may not do that, Sergio. Jurisdiction in this chapter, however, is the authority of a court to hear a case. Concurrent jurisdiction. We've talked about the term concurrent or to concur before, means to agree. Concurrent jurisdiction is the power shared by federal and state courts to hear certain cases. All right, we get it. You're done. Stop. You're agreeing. Great. Fantastic. Plaintiff and defendant. You've watched Judge Judy. You have the plaintiff, or the person who brings a lawsuit or some other legal action against another person in court. That other person is the defendant, or the person against whom a court action is brought, or the person who is charged in a criminal case. Usually the defendant is, they're losers with long criminal records. Original and appellate jurisdiction. First, let's talk about original jurisdiction. It simply means that a court has the power to hear a case first before any other court. The Supreme Court has this type of jurisdiction, but it more often uses appellate jurisdiction, meaning that it has the authority to review decisions of inferior or lower courts. To get there, you usually have to climb the ladder of the appeals on the federal court system. Precedent, which is a court decision that stands as an example to be followed in future similar cases. Like if you ordered Chick-fil-A nuggets before and liked them, you use that past experience to inform your future decisions to buy more chicken nuggets. Judicial restraint and judicial activism. Both of these terms are very similar to terms that we've already talked about, which was liberal construction or strict construction of the Constitution. This is how judges may be different in how they view the words of the Constitution. There are two ways that the Supreme Court can hear or get a case up to the court. The first is certificate, and that is the one you need to define. Certificate is in when the lower courts are kind of pushing it up to the Supreme Court. They want them to certify a particular question. And then the other way is writ of certiorari, which we will talk about in our notes. But that's a polling. The Supreme Court is pulling a case up to them. They want to deal with the question at hand. So it's kind of like a push and pull. Got push and pull. Yeah. Majority, concurring, and dissenting opinions. Once a case has been decided, Supreme Court justices write a report essentially explaining their decisions. The majority opinion basically is the winning side. This is the decision of the court. Those on the losing side may write a dissenting opinion, explaining why they disagree with the majority opinion. Some justices may write a concurring opinion. They may have basic agreement with a judgment, but perhaps for different reasons, and wish to add things that may not be included in the other opinion. Criminal versus civil case. A criminal case is a case in which a defendant is tried for committing a crime as defined by law, and there is potential for that person to go to jail. A civil case is a case involving a non-criminal matter, such as a contract dispute or a claim of patent infringement, then you're probably going to end up owing somebody money. And now Melinda tells us what a docket is.
It's like a schedule. 5 p.m., feed the dog. 6 p.m., feed me. 7 p.m., binge watch Netflix. And the courts be like at 9 a.m., watch a case on property rights, and then 10 a.m. hear a case on gender discrimination.
Court martials are special military courts that serve a specific purpose for discipline within the military. You remember that the movie '90s? It's got your Tom Cruise. It's got your Jack Nicholson.
And, what's the
A
title?
Few Good Men.
Oh yeah. Did you order the code red?
I can't say the line that he says. That's he says, "Yes, I did."
Right.
Right. And I want the truth.
Yeah, you can't handle the
Can't
truth,
handle the
right?
truth.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then he ends up, spoiler alert.
Maybe I'm thinking of a different movie.
He orders the code red.
All right, this is your last term. Congratulations. Redress. Redress of grievance, essentially. It means you get the satisfaction of a claim. So essentially, if you sue someone, you get paid. You win. Okay, your claim has been satisfied. But we've come across the term redress before. Thomas Jefferson was, petitioning for a redress of grievances against King George III. Basically, you're trying to get something that you're technically owed, maybe because someone has wronged you in some way. Vocab, 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 vocabulary.